Welcome everybody, and today we're taking a look at a brand new 4K release from the Criterion collection, and it is 1946's Gilda. So this is directed by Charles Vidor, who unfortunately I've not seen anything else from before, but if you have other films from him that you've seen and enjoyed, I'll happily accept recommendations. So this is a film noir. Clocks in at 110 minutes long and stars the likes of Rita Hayworth, who was excellent in Affair in Trinidad, as well as The Lady from Shanghai. And we've recently talked about her via the screen-bound release of Circus World. Also stars Glenn Ford, who I've seen in 15 other films. He was also in Affair in Trinidad, but he was also excellent in the likes of The Big Heat, Experiment in Terror, the 1956 version of Ransom, not the remake that came out in the 90s with Mel Gibson, as well as Framed and Rage. You've also got George McCready, who I've also seen in 15 other films. Not necessarily a leading actor in any of these, but still plays a crucial part to the cast. And he was in the likes of Paths of Glory, 7 Days in May, and The Big Clock. And finally, you got Joseph Calleja, who was also in A Touch of Evil, Lord, and one of many early 40s ape-centered films in The Monster and the Girl. So a gambler discovers an old flame while in Argentina, but she's married to his new boss. So although the overarching plot of this isn't something to particularly write home about, it is nonetheless the two superb leads, their characters, and the overall script that help elevate this Argentinian set film noir. The supporting cast is also good. The character interactions between the two leads are enthralling. It looks absolutely great thanks to the excellent cinematography. The score and its use of songs are well done. It is well paced, and despite this now being the third time I've seen this, with this being actually one of the few older films that I have seen at the cinema before, all thanks to BFI, this nonetheless still manages to keep me engrossed. So, yeah, it's not a film that I would say is my favourite film noir. I would say the likes of The Big Heat with Glenn Ford would be a film I'd recommend ever so slightly more. But this is still excellent regardless, and yeah, gets a really, really solid 4 out of 5. I'd be hard pressed to lower it any more than that. Would probably take a little bit of negotiating to get it any higher, but I can't see myself ever liking this any less than 4 out of 5. So yeah, the pink disc is the 4K, and the black one is the Blu-ray. We also get a write-up in this release as well from Sheila O'Malley called The Long Shadow of Gilda. We also get a few shots of the cast within that write-up. So Glenn Ford, Rita Hayworth, George McCready. And we also get a casting credits list as well. And we also get about the master on top of all of that as well. So Gilda is presented in the aspect ratio 137:1 on the 4K Ultra HD disc and 133:1 on the Blu-ray. Undertaken by Sony Pictures Entertainment, the new 4K restoration presented on the 4K Ultra HD disc was created from the 35mm nitrate original camera negative and a 35mm nitrate duplicate negative. The monaural soundtrack was remastered from the original 35mm nitrate optical soundtrack negative, and the feature is presented in Dolby Vision HDR on the 4K Ultra HD disc and high definition SDR on the Blu-ray. So yeah, that seems to have a fair decent amount of work done to it. It is obviously in black and white if you hadn't already guessed. And yeah, audio does remain as mono as it says. So yeah, they've clearly done a fair bit of work to it, and it does look really, really good, to be honest. I actually saw a 4K version of this on the cinema as well, or at the cinema, should I say, and it looked excellent on that big screen, and it looks equally as good on the small screen as well. And on the reverse of this write-up about the master and the special thanks, acknowledgements, and production credits, we also get a poster as well. Not an official one. It does look like it's just taken a shot from the film or a promotional material shot and then added the title, but still, it's really nice to have that. And it's not something we often get with Criterion, I've found, with the ones that I've bought. We rarely do get a poster of sorts, but yeah, I do appreciate that regardless. And in terms of extras, we've got an audio commentary by film critic Richard Schickel, or Schninkel, I can't say that name. Interview with film noir historian Eddie Mueller. Program featuring filmmakers Martin Scorsese and Baz Luhrmann discussing their appreciation for Gilda. They got The Odyssey of Rita Hayworth, a 1964 episode of the television show Hollywood and the Stars, a trailer, and there are English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing on top of all of that as well. And yeah, if you put your Blu-rays side on, you're going to have a very lurid colour with this, because it does have a pink spine, which follows through on the disc as well. So it's nice to have that little bit of consistency there. So yeah, that is definitely going to stand out on a lot of people's collections, especially when it comes to Criterion, because looking at the some of the ones that I have at the moment, most of them are in black and white, to be honest, or just white and black. Only Hell's Angels and I think Godzilla really is standing out, that I can see from what I can see right now over there. So yeah, that pink is definitely going to stand out somewhat. So yeah, but nonetheless, a really, really good film, and one that I do highly recommend. Getting to see it at the cinema was a real treat. But now finally owning it as well for the first time is also a really, really good thing. And yeah, only bumps up my collection of like Glenn Ford films that I have, as I am a big fan of his work, especially during the 40s and 50s. And yeah, this is another one that really does stand out in his filmography. Nonetheless, so thank you for watching. If you have seen Gilda before, that, tell your thoughts on it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.